My name is Alex, and I've always been fascinated by abandoned places. There's something both eerie and intriguing about forgotten towns and decaying buildings. It was this curiosity that led me to explore an abandoned town alone, a decision I would come to regret deeply. It was the summer of 2018, and I had heard rumors about a deserted town called Silver Spring, hidden deep within the woods. The town had been abandoned for decades, and few people knew of its existence. Determined to uncover its secrets, I packed my backpack and set out on my journey. The hike through the dense forest was long and arduous, but my excitement kept me going. After hours of walking, I finally reached the outskirts of Silver Spring. The town was eerily silent, the buildings in various states of decay. Nature had begun to reclaim the streets, with vines and trees growing through the cracked pavement. As I walked through the empty streets, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. The windows of the houses seemed to stare at me, their broken panes like vacant eyes. I took out my camera, hoping to document my exploration, but the unease persisted. I decided to explore the old town hall first, its grand facade now crumbling and overgrown with ivy. The door creaked open and I stepped inside, my flashlight cutting through the darkness. The interior was eerily preserved, as if the townspeople had left in a hurry. Dust-covered furniture and papers were scattered across the floor, and the air was thick with the scent of mildew. As I made my way through the building, I heard a faint whispering sound. At first I thought it was the wind, but the whispers grew louder and more distinct. My heart raced as I realized the voices were coming from the basement. Despite my fear, curiosity compelled me to investigate. I descended the narrow staircase, the whispers growing louder with each step. The basement was dark and damp, and my flashlight flickered sporadically. I reached the bottom and found myself in a large, open room. In the center of the room stood an old wooden table, surrounded by broken chairs. Strange symbols were etched into the walls, their meaning unknown. Suddenly, the whispers stopped, and the room was plunged into an oppressive silence. I felt a cold breeze brush against my neck, and a sense of dread washed over me. Just as I was about to leave, I saw a shadowy figure standing at the far end of the room. The figure was tall and gaunt, its eyes glowing an unnatural yellow. It took a step forward and I felt a crushing weight on my chest, making it hard to breathe. I tried to move, but my legs refused to cooperate. The figure raised a skeletal hand, and I felt an icy grip around my throat. Panic surged through me, and with a burst of adrenaline, I broke free of its hold and bolted up the stairs. The whispers resumed, now louder and more insistent, echoing through the empty halls. I burst out of the town hall and into the street, gasping for breath. The town seemed to come alive around me, shadows moving in the corners of my vision. I ran through the streets, desperate to escape, but the buildings seemed to close in around me, their vacant eyes watching my every move. Just when I thought I would be trapped forever, I stumbled upon the path leading back to the forest. I didn't stop running until I was far from Silver Spring, my heart pounding in my chest.